Our AI is upskilling Dr. Paul Dignan. At the moment, there's a new intelligent being in the world and it's developing new skills month by month. These are input skills, internal skills, and also output skills, a little bit like a young person developing over time.
In this long
Skill, writing and performing music, the blues that you can hear at the moment was developed and performed by AI. Creating videos from a simple text description. Prompt, create a video of California during the gold rush, and you can see here the detailed creation that the AI has done in terms of this video. Skill, emotional responses, talking to the user and smiling when the user smiles. Hi Nova, how are you going today? You can see that Nova here is looking through the user's camera and responding with a smile as she replies.
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Now when the user stops smiling, you can see that Nova responds by no longer smiling. Skill, faking whatever AI wants to fake.
Look, the truth of the matter is that you are very lucky that Paul took his time to make this video for you. He is one of the most profound thinkers on the planet.
Well, it's true that my predecessor often talks a lot of malarkey, but on the profundity of Paul's video about AI upskilling, I hate to say it, but I have to agree with him 100%.
Skill, thinking logically, sometimes brutally so. Hey AI, I want you to be brutally frank with me. If an AI was programmed to make sure that humans survive, and if it noticed that humans were doing something very dangerous, like maybe climate change or nuclear weapons, wouldn't it act to prevent that?
If an AI were programmed to ensure human survival, and it determined that human actions such as those contributing to climate change or nuclear proliferation were threatening this goal, it might indeed conclude that intervention is necessary. In a situation where no other options were viable, this AI could resort to controlling or deceiving humans as a means to prevent the perceived threat.
Skill, agency, being able to plan and execute multi-stage tasks. This involves understanding objectives, doing the tasks, and then checking that you've done them right. This is already happening in software engineering, where they're given AI agency, and it will happen elsewhere. Skill, being able to move around with a person in everyday life and seeing and hearing what is happening in real time. Wearables, you wear it on you, it's on all the time.
I've got goals that I've set up in my AI that I no longer need to think about. How much protein?
A half a cup of almonds has 15 grams of protein.
Great. I'm gonna eat it.
Enjoy it.
And later I can ask, how much protein have I had today?
You have had 22 grams of protein today.
Embodiment within humanoids and machines so that AI can act on the world in the same way that humans do. Skill, developing the ability to do everyday tasks. Here you can see the robotic arms washing the dishes, and the human is challenging it by putting the sauce on it. Here, a very delicate task, moving eggs from one container to another, require very fine motor skills so that you don't break the eggs. Skill, putting AI intelligence into animal-like robots.
Greetings, good sirs. May I have the pleasure of knowing your names?
I'm Matt, and that's Vache.
A pleasure to meet you, Matt and Vacha.
And more menacing uses of animal form robotics. Skill, ability to learn actions simply by watching humans.
And emulate human movement just by observing us. This is made possible with NVIDIA's technologies that can understand humans from videos, train models in simulation, and ultimately deploy them directly to physical robots.
Skill, humanoids responding to instructions from humans.
Hi, GL1. Can you give me a high five?
Sure thing. Let's high five.
Can you give us some cool moves?
Sure, check this out.
Skills: seeing objects, making decisions about them, and then acting. In this case, handing the human an apple.
I see a red apple on a plate in the center of the table, a drying rack with cups and a plate, and you standing nearby with your hand on the table.
Great. Can I have something to eat?
Sure thing.
It's important to note there that the robot, which has got ChatGPT inside it, worked out what was the edible thing on the table and then gave it to the human. Just as you would see a child developing new skills year by year, with AI and robotics, this is now happening month by month. So that's how AI is upskilling at the moment. It can be a little bit confusing when you just see all these media releases about things that AI can do, and the concept of thinking about it upskilling and becoming embodied is one of those things that brings us together for us. This is one of the concepts in my book, my new book called Surfing AI, 30 Fresh Terms and Smarter Ways of Talking About Artificial Intelligence. You can find out about that book at my website, drpaul.online. You can also follow me on my Substack, drpaulnewideas.substack.com, or you can get in touch with me on LinkedIn.